How are you guys? If you're new to my channel, I welcome you, and if you're returning, welcome back. It's usually how I start, and that is how I'm starting today. It is Chris from Ink Beardsman, and I am in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I'm at the Eastern State Penitentiary because there's a few things that I want to check out, and I think you might be interested in seeing. Now, Al Capone lived here, so I want to show you his cell. He had some surgery here. There was an escape attempt here, and a few other notable things from this prison. So we're going to walk through, we're going to check it out. You guys are coming along, so let's go check out the Eastern State Penitentiary here in Philadelphia. Let's go. Alrighty guys, we're going to walk in cell block 1, and I'll tell you a little bit more about it. Look at the doors. This is incredible, right guys? Look at how dated this is. You know, you're used to seeing the cast iron doors, and now you're seeing wooden sliding doors. The first prison reform group in the world actually started right here. Now, do you guys want to know how they designed this prison? They actually offered a $100 prize to whoever could design this. And a gentleman won the prize and actually then designed the prison. Pretty incredible to think all the way back then it was designed because of a prize. You don't even see another person. Now check that out, guys. That's what a cell would look like at the time. And then when they went to the exercise yard, they went out that iron door right at the back into the exercise yard. Alrighty guys, what does it look like from inside, from what the prisoners would see? Well, let's go inside and check it out. Check that out, guys. This is what prisoners would see. There's your toilet built right in. And your skylight. Pretty incredible, right? And I have to tell you, just being in here, it's very, very intimidating. It's pretty crazy. Alrighty guys, we're gonna keep walking along. I'm trying to listen to it, and I'm trying to tell you a little bit about the prison, but it's just so neat to see what this penitentiary looks like, because it really hasn't changed. But let's keep going. So we are in the center now, where all of the cell blocks connect. Now, you might ask me, cell block 2? What was in cell block 2? Cell block 2 was actually a women's cell block until they were moved. But, you want to hear a cool fact? Or maybe you don't. Cell block 3 was the hospital ward. And someone you might have heard of had his tonsils removed there in 1929. Al Capone. Let's go check it out. Right here in this cell block, this was the hospital ward. How can you tell? Well, look at that cross right in the middle of the iron gate. Yeah. That's how you can tell. This was the hospital. Right through there it says hospital recovery and visitation. But it was right down there, here in 1929, when Al Capone had his tonsils removed. Did you already know that? You might have already known that, but let's keep going with the tour. Alrighty guys, now I want to take you somewhere in the prison that gives one of those spectacular views that only a prison of this age can really give. You got a lot of that in the Mansfield prison of Shawshank. Well, this, I'm going to go upstairs and I'm going to show you the cell block in cell block 7. It's pretty cool. That's the view from upstairs in the cell block 7. Wow, how I would love to walk down those rails all the way down there. You can when you're on the ground floor, but up here for safety, clearly they wouldn't let you walk along there. There's not even really guardrails, just the iron rail, but nothing from somebody going through there. Look at that. That is such a spectacular view of... Alrighty guys, let's head back down the stairs and we are going to check out more of the prison. Look at that. I didn't even look behind me. Check that out. And it goes up and up right into the roof. Okay, let's keep going. It was 82 years old when the administrators added cell block 12 to the prison complex. 3 stories, without exercise yards or skylights, and it was moving away from the earlier system of solitary confinement. Curved walls on your left and your right, which you can see here. Were originally the exterior walls. So this was all exterior walls you're looking at. And today, what's it used for? It's used for an annual Halloween event. Terror Behind the Walls. Oh, I really need to come to that. That sounds like that would be a lot of fun. Wow, check that out. These were all designed as a way of solitary confinement. That's... To walk down these halls, it's just, and to think about everything that's happened here, people's lives were spent here. Now, at the time of this prison, there was no such thing as a life sentence for those coming here. They were just coming here to stay, and then they were being released. If they got a more harsh sentence, they were sent to another prison. But it's pretty interesting to think about the history in these walls. Alrighty guys, we're back outside because there's more to talk about out here. Now, see this right here? This was the largest open area at Eastern State Penitentiary. There's the guard tower. It's so intimidating out here. But look at how high those walls are. Alrighty guys, check that out. You can match up the photo exactly. There's the building right there behind the prisoners. And there's the prisoners in 1924. You see the windows, see the two windows, and almost the chimney or where it comes out on the wall. And there it is right there. And you can see the steps just over to the side. Matches up that picture exactly. Pretty cool, right? And you're looking at all these exterior walls. Alrighty guys, we're gonna walk down here because there's something down here that I want to show you, that somebody who worked here said I should show you. So let's go check it out. Now, it was in 1945 where prison plaster worker Clarence Kleindienst spent 1 year digging a tunnel out of this cell right here, cell 68. Now, he was serving a 5 to 11 year sentence for burglary. But he dug the tunnel right here. Now, him and his cellmate, William Russell, they planned the escape. Now, by April 3rd, 1945, the tunnel was complete. 10 inmates joined the escape on the way. So the 12 inmates emerged from the tunnel at the corner of 22nd Street and Fairmount Avenue, and they scattered into the neighborhood. But Willie Sutton, the bank robber, was one of them. Now, he was captured minutes later, 2 blocks from the penitentiary, and Kleindienst was out for about 3 hours. All the escaped inmates were eventually recaptured, and the tunnel was filled. But let's take a look at the tunnel. This is the cell where it was planned from. And you're going to ask me, where was the tunnel? That's it right there. There's the tunnel that they escaped from and emerged at the corner of Fairmount here in Philadelphia, and then were captured. Pretty crazy, right? Happened right here. Alrighty, I have something else to show you that I think might interest you. How about Al Capone? He stayed in cell block 8, and we're gonna go look at his cell. Let's go. Alrighty guys, another thing I thought you might find interesting was another Al Capone story. I want to show you where his cell is here, or was, and what it would look like back in the day. So let's go talk a little bit about Al Capone. Now here's Beyond Capone, prison gangs then and now. If we come into this cell, you can see Al Capone was not the only Eastern State inmate with ties to organized crime. He was just the most famous. Some inmates arrived with close connections to outside criminal gangs. Pretty cool history, right? Okay, now we gotta go. We gotta go to the Capone. Into another corridor. And right there, Al Capone at Eastern State Penitentiary. He's arrested in a Philadelphia theater for carrying a gun. There he is, covering his face as he leaves the Philadelphia City Hall. Alrighty. Now this 1935 photo may depict the cell to the left. Traces of a mural remain on the cell's back wall in the upper left. Let's go take a look at Al Capone's cell. Al Capone was housed in one of the cells here called Park Avenue, reserved for high-profile prisoners. The cell to the right has been identified as his. That cell has many layers of decorative paint, some dating to the time when Capone lived here. But it's possible he was housed in the cell to the left. Today that cell is presented as a restoration of Capone's Eastern State cell. So we pretty much know that one of these two cells right here was Al Capone's. So let's take a look at this one. You can see the murals under the wall, the paint from the murals. And they believe that this was Al Capone's cell. Right here. And they decorated this one as his cell would have looked. This is what Al Capone's cell would have looked like at the time. Pretty cool, right guys? Now, was this Al Capone's cell? Or was this Al Capone's cell? You can see the paint from the murals coming through, how colorful it was, and this is where high-profile prisoners would have been placed. So one of those two cells were Al Capone's. Pretty cool, right guys? Alrighty guys, what did you think of that? How cool was that? Eastern State Penitentiary, Al Capone's cell, where Al Capone had his tonsils out, the bank robber, Willie Sutton, the escape. I don't know, I just thought that's really interesting. I love learning about history, and I'm so glad that you guys came along with me today. Now, hit that like and subscribe button below. We'll go on more adventures. I always like to say life is like a book, and I want to read it with you from a penitentiary here in Philadelphia, PA. Until next time, guys, peace.